say, create your own visual style. Let it be unique for yourself and yet identifiable to others. A very good morning to our esteemed dignitaries, students and participants. My name is Sehar and I, on behalf of Maharashtra National Law University, Mumbai, wholeheartedly welcome you all to this one-day international workshop on copyright issues related to entertainment industry. This workshop is organized by Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, IPR Chair, Center for Research in Intellectual Property, Nishith Desai Associates, and Maharashtra National Law University, Mumbai. MNLU Mumbai is one of the premier national law universities located in the economic capital of India. It offers graduate, postgraduate, and research degrees in law and allied disciplines. The object of the university is to advance and disseminate legal learning and knowledge of law and legal processes and their role in national development. Department for Promotion of Industries and Internal Trade, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, launched a scheme for pedagogy and research in IPR for holistic education and academia in the year 2016, under which IPR chairs have been set up in select universities and academic institutions. Our university was selected by the DPIIT as one of the 12 universities for setting up IPR chairs in the country. Center for Research in Intellectual Property. The center is aimed to lead research and promote well-informed interdisciplinary work in the area of intellectual property law, policy and practice through rigorous academic research, the presence of high-quality researchers, and conducting seminars, workshops and conferences. The center aims to bring together a group of legal academicians, policymakers and industrialists. Nishith Desai Associates has earned a reputation as the Asia's most innovative law practice and the go-to firm for companies around the world that want to conduct and pursue litigation in India or vice versa. It is a research and strategy-driven international firm with offices in Mumbai, Palo Alto, Bangalore, Singapore, New Delhi, Munich, and New York. NDA has conceptualized and created a state-of-the-art blue sky thinking and research campus, Imaginarium Aligunjan, an international institution dedicated to a pre-mediated future with embedded strategic foresight capabilities. As we gather here today under the patron and guidance of such holistic institutions of learning and legal arena, let us begin this workshop by lighting of the ceremonial lamp. I now invite all the dignitaries Anil Variath, Registrar, Maharashtra National Law University, Mumbai, to kindly address the gathering and deliver the welcome address.
Dr. Tabrez Ahmad, Honorable Vice Chancellor, GD Goenka University, Professor Dr. Dilip, Ukey, our Vice Chancellor who is chairing the session, Dr. Dhumane, IPR Chair Professor, Maharashtra National University, Srimati Gauri Gokhale, partner Nishith Desai Associates, my colleagues Sri Sajid Sheikh, Tista Hans, other members of the faculty and staff, and all the dignitaries and the participants who are joined here today, this morning. A warm welcome to you all to Maharashtra National Law University, Mumbai, on behalf of the MNLU family. As you are aware, IPR has gained a lot of importance today, especially with the development of trade and industry, also on account of the technological development. And Maharashtra National University, as you are aware, we have a chair, IPR chair, established by DPIIT. And it's a matter of pleasure for us to inform you that MNLU Mumbai has received IP Excellence Award in Education Training in 2021 from World IP Forum. The credit goes to the IPR chair as well as the Center for Research in Intellectual Property Laws. And as an institution of excellence, we always believe in inclusive growth. And it is not possible for a young institution like us to develop in-house expertise in every branch of law. At the same time, we cannot be away from any area of knowledge. So we have collaborated with expert institutions and organizations in different fields, so that academic excellence can be developed. And one of such association is with Nishith Desai Associates, which is, as you are aware, which is a law firm of international repute and international presence, not only in the field of IPR, but in almost every field of commercial law. That NDA has made a lot of research and contributions, and for last few years they are collaborating with us. And I see that this collaboration and this seminar, this conference, which is part of such collaboration, will lead to professional and academic collaboration, blending of professionalism in academics. And I congratulate the DPIIT chair, Maharashtra National Law University, and Center for Research in IP for taking such initiatives. With this, I would like to extend a hearty welcome to our chief guest of the day, Vice Chancellor Professor Tabrez Ahmad, who has invited our invitation, that too at a very short notice. And he has taken time out of his busy schedule to travel to Mumbai and be with us. So I welcome you, sir, on behalf of the Maharashtra National University family. Then again, the present session is chaired by our own Vice Chancellor, Professor Dilip, Ukey sir, who guides us in all endeavors of academic excellence and provides support and guidance. It is my, though he is the head of the family, it is my formality that I shall welcome to sir. Sir, on behalf of the Maharashtra National Law University and all those participants present here, I extend a hearty welcome to you to this program. The representative of our knowledge partner today, Srimati Gauri Gokhale, she will be interacting with you in other sessions. But in advance, I extend a hearty welcome to her. Welcome you, madam. And Dr. W.M. Dhumane, who had been our chair professor IPR here. Currently, he is director of the Center for Research in IP. He had been very active in organizing a lot of programs, and in this program also he has taken a lead role. So he is again member of our family, but still I owe that I should extend a welcome to sir. Welcome, sir. And other office bearers of this center and chair are here. Sajid Sheikh, who is also our Assistant Registrar Academics. Then the research assistants, Gunjan Deshpande, Purva Sharma, and the research scholar and coordinator of the chair, Tista Hans, members of our faculties and staff, and above all, the participants who have come here on a holiday to share your views also here and also to have interaction with the experts. Without your presence and support, such programs can never become a success. So, on behalf of our Vice Chancellor, the members of the staff, and the entire MNLU family, I extend a hearty welcome to each one of you, and also I wish this program a grand success. Thank you very much.
I now request Professor Dr. Dilip Ukey, Vice Chancellor, Maharashtra National Law University, Mumbai, to kindly felicitate Dr. Tabrez Ahmad, Vice Chancellor of GD Goenka University and Dean School of Law, with sapling and a memento. Professor Dr. Anil Variath, Registrar, Maharashtra National Law University, Mumbai, to kindly felicitate Advocate Gauri Gokhale, Head of TMT Practices, Nishith Desai Associates, with a sapling and a memento. I would now like to invite Professor Dr. Dilip Ukey, Vice Chancellor, Maharashtra National Law University, Mumbai, to kindly take over the podium and deliver the presidential address.
A very happy and good morning to all of you. Chief guest of today's program, Professor Dr. Tabrez Ahmad, Vice Chancellor, GD Goenka University, the partner of Nishith Desai Associate, Ms. Gauri Gokhale, Registrar of the Maharashtra National University, Dr. Anil Variath, Coordinator of the Center of IPR, MNLU Mumbai, Dr. Dhumane, all other colleagues and dear participants who have joined online as well as offline. It gives me an immense pleasure and happiness to welcome you all once again. I've been talking to Professor Ahmad yesterday informally. He was inquiring about the university's inception as well as its journey till now. I said we are just 7 years old, a kid. Nevertheless, the 7-year-old kid has tried and trying to jump and scale the heights academically. We have not only BA LLB honors degree course, LL.M course, PhD program, but in addition to that, another 3 LL.M programs, then MA, then MBA, then centers, near about 17, 18 centers. One amongst all is DPIIT and the center of IPR. And hence, the centers as well as the chairs are not ideal. Rather, they are setting ideals. We do try always to contribute in some way to the societal development, imparting and disseminating knowledge in niche areas. And that's why, since we have centers as well as expertise, though limited one, we have decided to launch a master's degree program in intellectual property rights from this academic year. It is MIPR, a master's degree in intellectual property rights. Already, along with these courses, masters as well as graduate courses, there are near about 8 diplomas, inter alia, the diploma in again IPR. So though by birth we are new amongst all NLUs, yet ultimately his conclusion and remark was that though it is just 7-year-olds, nevertheless university is growing. Dear friends, today is the world of technology. Just yesterday we had a program on AI, fintech and metaverse. Probably you could have had invited Professor Tabrez Ahmad even for that program. He is also a man of technology sorry, and IPR issues as. In view of this international workshop in copyright issues relating to entertainment industry being jointly organized by Maharashtra National Law University in association with Nishith Desai Associates assumes a significance, assumes the importance. As you know that media and entertainment industry, containing vast and diverse set of industries, is nearly universally the poster child of creative expression, information dissemination and economic growth. The film industry alone loses 2.8 US billion in piracy revenue per year, and everybody is aware of the media and entertainment sector's fight and piracy. Over the last 3 decades, the Indian media and broadcasting industry have grown tremendously. Access to the latest technology and information has increased exponentially during the internet era, eliciting the public's creativity and producing a large number of original works. The development of technology has turned the way creators and the creative industry harnesses their unused potential to thrive in the digital age. Any IP regime should ensure that it promotes creativity and innovation. However, technological advancements are happening at a rapid pace and they share some common features. They operate at the intersection of radical scientific developments and real-world implementation. Furthermore, they are changing the way we communicate, solve problems, provide goods and services, create and do business. Even with the current Indian vision to bring IP laws at par with the global laws, infringement is on rise. Creative works such as film, storyline, music, artwork and literary works need protection and piracy in the market. But nowadays, it is difficult to track infringers due to massive infringement via multiple platforms. Copyright piracy in the entertainment industry is a threat to artistic works and expressions. Laws need to evolve with technology. Absence of technology, agnostic laws in India is a big hurdle for the media and entertainment sector, which will have to keep pace with the digital sector booming, absence of data privacy laws, amongst all other issues. The general trend is for society to move towards digital and social transformation. The entertainment industry must take preventive measures to safeguard against the challenge faced by technological developments. Awareness is also a key to strengthen the copyright regime. Thus, significance should be given on the effective and efficient implementation of copyright laws in entertainment industry. For media and entertainment to thrive, the market must allow fair competition, opportunities for collaborations, and the ability to effectively monetize commercial property, much of which depends on strong intellectual property protection. And I believe that today's deliberations, cutting across the sessions, would be really beneficial and useful to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to introduce Dr. Tabrez Ahmad, Vice Chancellor of GD Goenka University and Dean School of Law, to the podium. Prior to taking up the current role in May 2020, Sir has served in various academic and administrative positions. He is a prolific speaker on higher education systems, processes, multidisciplinary research, NEP, cyber laws, IPR, and energy laws. Sir is also the author of a pioneering book entitled Cyber Law, E-Commerce and M-Commerce, and has published more than 100 research papers in reputed journals, along with being an active blogger, YouTuber, and editor of various international journals. I request Sir to kindly address the August gathering and deliver the keynote address.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, it's really great. It's a matter of great honor, prestige to be the chief guest in this very important function today. Let me thank Dr. Dilip Ukey for inviting me in this program, and also let me welcome you all in this inaugural function. It's a great initiative by I think DPIT and also MNLU plus Nishith, so Sehar joining together to provide the kind of training program to those who are having challenges in the industry. Because ultimately, if you talk about the IPR, the biggest thing is happening in the area of computer software or entertainment, film industry, music industry, and also very rightly mentioned by Dr. Ukey that we are losing $2.8 billion every year. This is not reducing. In fact, this number is growing every year because the way you are able to get more access to technology. Let me just see the journey how we have grown, because the problem started when we have the printing press. So before that there was no problem up to 16th century. Because just to copy something you require to just sit down and go on writing a book. So it takes a lot of time, energy, so better not to write. But once we have printing press, it has given a lot of options to immediately do printing and then circulate. Then the real problem started once we have the when we have the internet came in 1960 in the USA, and then it's grown like anything, because up to 1968 to 80s it was used only for defense purpose in the USA. They were just trying to have the fast communication. But 80s debate started that how we can use the internet not only for research but also for the other purposes. And then we have seen how we have seen the model of e-commerce and m-commerce. We are trying to use this technology for the fast growth of trade and commerce. And in this process, we have to see how the growth of mobile also is very important. So in 1980s, we have just 1G technology, just to call somebody, and then for any kind of communication. Then we have seen in 90, we have also started using the messaging system. But in 2000 is a break challenge because we have 3G technology. The moment we have 3G and then we have the internet, and at that time there was no law in the country up to 2000 because our law came only in 2000. So 95 to 2000, the period, 5-year period, there was a heaven for all the kind of people who were doing piracy. Because at that time, the electronic records were not recorded as per the Evidence Act of 65B, but the IT Act has added. Now it is a record, so anybody now can produce any evidence in the court of law. Anybody violating anything in the electronic mode will be admissible evidence. Then we have seen that how in 2010 we have the 4G technology, because before 3G there was problem of streaming. A very slow speed was there, and then in 2000 the Reliance came with the CDMA technology, providing a lot of people free of cost mobile phone, and then on very small price. And then we have seen that how Reliance has changed the entire scenario. Reliance was giving the SIM card free of cost, and then we have tested the YouTube channel, tested the OTT platform, and then we realized that now we can really use this technology, mobile phone technology, and because of that, India has become the highest consumer of data in the world. And now everybody is looking for the country that how we are going to get this market. As per the 13 of the Copyright Act 1957, that copyright subsists in literary, dramatic, musical, artistic works, sound films, and sound recording. But this area, the literary work, has grown like anything because we have seen the computer programs, and also the softwares are falling in the category of the literary works. And then we have seen the challenge between the patenting law and also the copyright law, that a computer program with the kind of complete package can be a patent, but just to have the literary will not be having any patent. And then we have seen difference in Indian law and US law. But ultimately, it's a matter of the fair use. In the fair use, if anybody will try to have the reverse engineering on the software, and then he is not violating any kind of the copyright. It's a fair use. So anybody can get a source code, and then he can bring from the object code, and then he will be able to do a fair use. So this area is conflicting with the US law, because in this process what was happening, all the Indian engineers, they were trying to have all the good programs made by the IT companies, and thus do a kind of reverse engineering and produce a new software. This is not the original software, but at least trying to provide you all the works what you are expecting from a computer software. This shows that how we have to replan about the policy making about the computer software and these computer programs, because if you do lot of very serious kind of regulation, it will be affecting the IT industry. And if you not do proper regulation, again will be a lot of chaos in the system. So now the question is that what will be the policy making about the IT, computer software, internet technology, internet regulation? Is a very, very vast area, because we feel that internet regulation is a kind of the government regulation. No, it is run by a private body, ARPANET. They are running the internet, and mostly it is controlled by Americans till now, till today. So then there is a group in the world. One is led by the India, China, Russia group. Other is US and other these groups. But America is not ready to come forward to have the proper terms, because IPv6 is now the current tech running for the internet, and it is controlled by the kind of US till now. That's why during pandemic there was a lot of hue and cry that whether the pandemic was man-made, planned, as a business aspect, or it was a natural phenomena. Till now it is not clear. Why? What happened? Because the pandemic came in China, and they settled down. Now this going throughout the world. When the world was suffering challenges, China was settled. And what happened? Because of that, IT share price was going very fast down, and all the Chinese companies, they purchased major shares in the IT companies. So now today what is happening? All the Chinese businessmen are the market leaders in IT, because they have the major shares in the IT. And then America is now struggling. So the point is that because now unless until we really control, regulate the internet, we can never solve this problem of the violation of the content. Film industry cannot really get relief, because it is start happening mostly on the internet. When there was no social media, there was no DVD player, there was no kind of the pen drive. It was not very easy to copy and share. Now because of these technologies, it's very easy to have the very good quality, and very in a few seconds you can share throughout the world. So anybody can get kind of the some film, he can share on the social media, and this person has a lot of kind of the friends. So friends, within a few minutes, the entire thing can be flowing throughout the world. And if you catch the real person who has uploaded the film or song, even if you remove from his kind of the server, it will be already flown throughout the world, and you cannot never control that how you're going to pirate the kind of this particular thing. So now point is that how we are going to really control this piracy, because we have seen in 2000 what happened when the P2P file sharing started, Napster case. So Napster was the kind of real challenge at that time, because P2P file sharing, what is happening that anybody will be downloading the software, and then software provides central database. Anybody will go to central database and download any song. So in that case, all those music companies will be losing money, because there is no need to buy from the original music composer song company. Just go to Napster and then you can download the song. This way, they were violating the system. Then again, case was filed in American Supreme Court, and then it was against the Napster. It was shut down. Now then we have Kaza technology, we have Grosser technology. So every time you are trying to control technology, it will try to find out the new kind of the problems for us. So the challenge is that we as a policy maker, as a lawmaker, have challenged to keep pace with the technology. And then again, even if you make the technology, make the law to regulate, the challenge is global. Because we as an Indian, we can make law for the country. But because the platform is global, and currently there is no global law on the IPR. We are mostly governed by those who signed WTO. They are run by the TRIPS agreement. And TRIPS again saying in 27.3b that every country has a sui generis model, they can make law as per their own country. We have the plant variety laws on that model. We never signed the Farmers' Right Acts because we have gone by this, our separate law. So the point is that unless globally we have some regulation model, we cannot control the piracy of the music or films. Now the next problem we have seen, then we have seen the kind of the OTT platform in 2010, and what happened that in the 11 IPL, it was on the OTT form. And in the OTT, it has given the very fast violation of all these music, all these film, the categories, because if you see how the power of communication was shifted from very controlled model. If you see in the in early childhood days, to get a telephone connection, very big challenge. Only if anybody is MP or doctor, influential person, he'll be getting the telephone connection, and forget the ISD call or STD call. You may get a local telephone connection. It was a very costly affair to get call plus pay. So when the mobile came in 1995, it was 9 rupees per minute call. Even if you receive the call, pay at least 4.5 rupees per call. But what happened now? Now the entire power of communication shifted from very controlled model, very regulated model, to a generalized model. Now anybody from anywhere can use mobile phones without any license. And it means that what was very controlled, the model was there in communication, now shifted to everybody, even rickshaw puller, okay, sabzi wala, dhobi wala, anybody can have the mobile phone. It means that he has power to violate any kind of the IPR work, any content, and then he is subject to also any kind of the piracy throughout the world. So in this model, because we shifted from the controlled model to fully liberalized model, and this is a big challenge right now, how to control. At least if you go for the television and film, there was some regulation was there. We have the regulation for the TV, cable television, we have film certification board. But what is happening about the OTT form? In OTT, anybody can upload anything. But currently now government has given the kind of the guidelines that even this platform can also be regulated. Now there is a big challenge that there are two groups. One group is saying that we should also enjoy our right to freedom of speech and expression. The right to press is there. If you also control this particular platform, then we are going to suppress the creativity. If you see the entire idea of IPR, it says that everybody has a right to do a lot of analysis, right to criticize, right to do creative work, plus he has a right to experiment something. He can use all the teleform for the kind of the use for the academics. Judges can use in the court of law for writing judgments, and parliamentarian can discuss in the parliament for any kind of bringing new laws. But what is happening right now, because of the technology, now the technology companies, they are fully trying to control their content. If you go to any library, you can access any books. But if you go to any online journals, you cannot access all the online journals. Even you cannot access your own book, because it is fully controlled model. And that's why we have some DMCA in 1996 in USA. They have the anti-circumvention provisions. So if anybody will circumvent any kind of controlled system on the internet, he will be liable. And we have seen Adobe case, that how somebody has developed a kind of the pirated software, and then he was trying to break the kind of Adobe system. Anybody can then start getting the content. It's a big challenge. So anybody is producing any kind of technology to anti-circumvent will be liable for that period. That's why we in the country, we have to make a very strong laws. But the challenge is that already we have convergence model, but we are not having convergence laws. Still we are having Telegraph Act 1885 valid. We have Wireless Telegraphy Act, we have Telegraph Act, we have Cable Telecommunication Act, we have also IT Act 2000. So all these laws are trying to regulate the entire internet separately. But actually in 1995, already we have converged. We have one mobile phone which has everything. It has program, it has the content, it has the kind of TV connection, it has song, you can also communicate, you have the social media, you have internet, email, everything is there, but there is no convergence law. That's why in 2000 we had a bill in the parliament, Communication Bill 2000, but that bill could not survive, because nobody was there to really frame a very strong law, keeping in mind interest of everybody. Because there is strong lobby of the IT groups. They always want a free hand. So we as a lawyer, if we make laws, regulate them, they will always feel threatened. Because they'll feel that if it is fully regulated, it cannot freely flow. For example, if you want to really control the cyber crimes, very simple. Anybody who want to have the email address, he has to have electronic signature. He has to just sync with his kind of the Aadhaar card, and then once it is verified, then only he will be able to open an email account. And same way on social media, anybody want to have social media account, he has to be verified properly. And once you verify, because right now what is happening, 50% accounts are fake on social media. Even one person have 4 and 5 accounts. Okay, one is using fairly for family persons, one using for friends group. Okay, one using for some kind of cheating and frauds. So everybody has 3-4 accounts, and sometime all the kids, because it is not verified by the technology that whether you are 10 years, 12 years, 14 years. As a law of the contract, you have right to contract only if you are major, 18 years age. But see, in social media, how many kids are there? Kids are buying from the Amazon, okay, all these items, how they can buy? Just to buy anything, you should have the age of majority. But now technology is not very, very foolproof, because we have ourselves given the free hand, because we want the fast growth of internet, fast growth of technology. That's why technically we are saying we are losing money, we are losing because the piracy and all happening, but we are ourselves not regulating. Same way for the encryption. If you remember the BlackBerry mobile phone, if anybody remember earlier, it was a hot cake in 2000. You have my BlackBerry mobile phone you are having. Why? Because safest mobile phone, server was in USA, and then 256 was the encryption level, very high level. But the problem was that if anybody, because there was a case in the country, somebody was doing some anti-social activities, anti-India activities on the BlackBerry phone. When the police has caught the mobile phone, they could not recover anything what is there inside the phone, because server was in USA and it was very high encrypted mobile phone. How our local police, Thana wala, will be able to open and crack the encryption? That's why there is a policy in the world right now that what at the global level, how much we are able to provide the encryption. Currently only banks are allowed very high level security. Other companies are allowed to have very local kind of security. So sometime we are ourselves we are saying anybody can open the mobile, the Gmail account, anybody can open the social media accounts, okay, or anybody can do any surfing on the internet. Anybody now can upload anything. People are just going, cutting and pasting some music, some film scene somewhere and making OTT platform and uploading. What happened during the pandemic? We have seen how people have taken the photographs from the burning bodies, from the hospitals, lack of gas, oxygen and all, and it has made havoc for everybody. Somebody was doing politics just to create a lot of havoc, and somebody was genuinely showcasing their anger because government could not provide the oxygen to their parents, to their family, and that's why it was really making very serious kind of the problem. And it all come to the internet regulation, because if you regulate properly internet and if you regulate about the content, because content is big challenge. If you remember 30-40 years back, it was only 8-hour TV shows. Nobody has content. After 8 hours, every 8 hours it is repeated. So one show you can see 3 times in 24 hours because there is no content. They go on repeating the same content. But at least nowadays content is there. But content quality, who is the owner, who should get the royalties, who should be taking the kind of the permissions. If you know the Google case, so Google has done a great at least job. What they have done, they converted all the old books and in the at least giving on the Google. But what they have done wrong, they could not take in the license because sometimes difficult to find out that who is the, whether author is living or author has dead. If author has dead, who is the next person, because the law says life plus 60 years. If the parents will die, the kids will get 60 years. And in some cases, they could not find the real owner and they uploaded those books on Google. But later on, when the kids have seen the books are flowing, they filed a case against Google, and then lot of issues were there, and ultimately it was settled. And see about the problem is coming now because of the AI. Okay. So AI is not a new thing because we have seen pen paper case in 1991 when somebody has written a very good poem by the pen, and then somebody violated. The issue was that whether who will get the copyright. Whether pen will get a copyright or the person who was writing good poem, the poet will get the copyright. And it was challenged. So it was held that no, because pen has no role to play in the expression. Expression was coming from the author. So author will get a copyright. Same thing is coming by AI. Now AI has become so advanced, some of the AI generated works are more superior than the human work. Now the question is that who should be getting the copyright, whether AI will get or AI's creator will get. Okay. So same thing we can apply that pen paper case. We can say that no, it is the person who has ownership of the AI will be getting the copyright. Now the question is that this AI may also doing infringements. AI can gather a lot of data and then analyze and bring a new data set. This notice is not original data. It is just amalgamation of the old data in a new format. And then all those persons whose rights are violated to make new data, whether they can file suit against the AI or the person who was making the AI. But as per the policy of the IPR, only a human being will be holding the IPR. Non-human cannot hold the IPR. We have seen the 2012 in US that, you know, the chimpanzee case. One famous photographer went to a jungle and he was moving the jungle. One chimpanzee came taking the camera, and chimpanzee went to the highest peak of the plants and clicked several photographs. Later on, that photographer taken those photographs and uploaded on the website, and people started copying. Then he filed a suit that nobody can copy because I am the copyright holder. People said no, photos are taken by chimpanzee, how you can hold the copyright? Then he said, because I am the cameraman, camera belongs to me, I am the camera owner, so I will be getting the copyrights. So ultimately the court was not able to decide the case, and it was an outside court settlement. Even today 25% already going to that particular center who are actually having the ownership of the jungle, and 75% is going to this cameraman. Okay. Now the big challenge is that how to solve. So 2 years back the WIPO has given a white paper and asking the kind of the feedback from throughout the world. please give your kind of the feedback whether we can shift from giving ownership to the person to the non-humans. See what will happen. If a non-human will get an IPR, what will happen? It is going to challenge the whole philosophy of IPR. Because IPR is for what? All those creators, inventors, investors should get a IPR or copyright if it is a kind of literary work, and after some time it will go to public at large. It's a balancing model. It's a balancing model because nobody can create 100%. If you create something, you have taken from several sources. So how you can get 100% protection, just like traditional property, because there is no time bound. But all the IPRs are time bound because nobody can create 100% IPR. You have taken from society, from your friends, your faculty, your teachers, your university. So that's why you should try to get back from the that what you invested. After that, you should give to society at large. So the price will go down. Society at large will get the benefits. That's why we are able to get the low price drugs right now, those who cross the parenting period. But if you then again go back and start saying that it is going to given the AI, what will happen? Those who are AI creators become billionaires. It will be challenging the entire sets. So now we are in a very challenging situation. One decision, if you take, will be going to impact the entire impact of the IPR. Another problem started because of the 5G in 2020. So 2020 is a big challenge because we have at least we are able to have the 5G plus pandemic. So 5G plus pandemic has really made a kind of the serious impact. Because of 5G, now there's a lot of data flow is there. In the 4G, we have towers at the 7 kilometers. In the 5G, every 250 meters. Access points are there. And it's a two-way traffic, and that's why it is going to provide the lot of options to the autonomous cars. And then we have the kind of other benefits, and then entire thing is coming in the data regulations. And because of the pandemic, when shifted on the internet, there are more data is generated. Okay? And then after that, we are able to see the big challenge because of the this metaverse. So 5G, pandemic and metaverse. Now in the metaverse, you can create your avatars and you can buy the places. And those avatars can also try to showcase a lot of things. And those usually who are if you're getting the place on the metaverse, you can buy the space and also you can create a lot of items. In those creation process, you may also copy from different sources. Now the question is that who will be liable for that? What is the liability? What is the place? What is jurisdiction? Okay. So all these issues are coming up. I think in this we have a lot of sessions today, and also we have a lot of good speakers. It will be a great chance for all of you to do a discussion and find out the solutions. With these words, I thank you all for patient hearing, and also let me thank for inviting me in this program and wish you all the best. Thank you. If you create something, you have taken from several sources. So how you can get 100% protection, just like traditional property, because there is no time bound. But all the IPRs are time bound because nobody can create 100% IPR. You have taken from society, from your friends, your faculty, your teachers, your university. So that's why you should try to get back from the that what you invested. After that, you should give to society at large. So the price will go down. Society at large will get the benefits. That's why we are able to get the low price drugs right now, those who cross the parenting period. But if you then again go back and start saying that it is going to given the AI, what will happen? Those who are AI creators become billionaires. It will be challenging the entire sets. So now we are in a very challenging situation. One decision, if you take, will be going to impact the entire impact of the IPR. Another problem started because of the 5G in 2020. So 2020 is a big challenge because we have at least we are able to have the 5G plus pandemic. So 5G plus pandemic has really made a kind of the serious impact. Because of 5G, now there's a lot of data flow is there. In the 4G, we have towers at the 7 kilometers. In the 5G, every 250 meters, access points are there. And it's a two-way traffic, and that's why it is going to provide a lot of options to the autonomous cars. And then we have the other benefits, and then entire thing is coming in the data regulations. And because of the pandemic, when shifted on the internet, there are more data is generated. Okay, and then after that, we are able to see the big challenge because of the metaverse. So 5G, pandemic, and metaverse. Now in the metaverse, you can create your avatars and you can buy the places, and those avatars can also try to showcase lot of things. And those usually who are getting the place on the metaverse, you can buy the space, and also you can create lot of items. In those creation process, you may also copy from different sources. Now the question is that who will be liable for that? What is the liability? What is the place? What is jurisdiction? Okay. So all these issues are coming up. I think in this we have a lot of sessions today, and also we have a lot of good speakers. It will be a great chance for all of you to do a discussion and find out the solutions. With these viewers, I thank you all for patient hearing, and also let me thank for inviting me in this program and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Dr. W.N. Dhumane, Director, Center for Research in Intellectual Property, MNLU Mumbai, to kindly extend the vote of thanks.
Respected Vice Chancellors, Dr. Ukey sir and Dr. Tabrez sir, our beloved Registrar, Madam Gauri Gokhale from Nishith Desai Associates, and my colleagues. I am very much delighted to be a part of this important international workshop as organizers team, and then it is my privilege to give the vote of thanks. As you are aware, the artistic creations in the form of say creations in film, televisions, and then advertisement, music, etc., have seen a sea change, and these are used in media and industry. These creations and the copyright protection have been evolving with times, and nowadays, because of new technology, innovations, and new concepts, we are witnessing the sea of change in all this media in terms of scope of artistic creations and nature of these artistic creations. Particularly in the field of digital applications, online contents, AI, IoT, PC games, OTT, etc., as a very aptly described by our guest speaker. However, what is happening, we find that the present provisions under copyright law are not enough or inept to take care of all these contents for copyright protections and safeguarding the interest of creators of this artistic work. Therefore, there is urgent need to discuss these issues and find the remedies so that the interest of creators and authors and other stakeholders are duly taken care of. Keeping this in view, the present workshop is organized jointly by MNLU and Nishith Desai Associates, and we have been we are fortunate that we have got very expert, eminent guest today, that is Dr. Ahmad, and we have also got very expert panelists here to discuss all these issues. With this, on behalf of the organizers, I extend our deepest gratitude to Professor Dr. Tabrez Ahmad, our chief guest, for making his presence today and delivering thought-provoking keynote address. He has touched many issues which are relevant to this workshop and has really given us insight how to proceed during the day. We extend our sincere thanks to our Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Dilip Ukey, for his vision for this workshop and constant support, and delivering a prestigious address, which was also encouraging. We also thank Dr. Anil, Registrar MNLU Mumbai, for his opening remarks and his guidance and support for this workshop. Also, it is my duty to thank Ms. Gauri Gokhale, partner NDA, for her for support and partnership, and her team from NDA. We expect to have very fruitful panel discussions during the day ahead. MNLU Mumbai once again welcomes all the dignitaries and participants, and hope for the fruitful discussions during this workshop. Thank you.